Michael Hegstrand was an American professional wrestler. He is best known as Road Warrior Hawk, one half of the tag team known as the Road Warriors, with Road Warrior Animal. Outside of the Road Warriors, Hawk was a sporadic challenger for World Heavyweight Championships on pay-per-view from the late 1980s to the mid-1990s. Early life. While living in Minneapolis, Hegstrand attended Patrick Henry High School where he graduated in 1976. After high school, he had various odd jobs to make ends meet, such as a butcher. Due to his size and love of powerlifting, he was an imposing figure and thus a very effective bouncer. He would work as a bouncer at Grammarby's in the Twin Cities where he caught the eye of Eddie Sharkey, a well-known wrestling trainer. Sharkey thought that Hegstrand, along with Joe Laurinaitis and Barry Darsow, could make it big in professional wrestling. Career. Hegstrand had started his career as part of the Traveling All-Stars. He was billed as Crusher Von Haig and wrestled in Vancouver. He was considered small at the time and people felt he lacked the skill to make it in the business. Hawk soon grew weary of the road and would get homesick. He traveled back home with another Sharkey trainee, Rick Rude. In 1983, fate struck these two again. Animal's partner for the night would find himself in legal trouble. Needing a quick replacement, Ole Anderson gave Hawk a call. They would be paired together again, this time as tag team partners. Anderson gave them the name the Road Warriors. Neither man knew at the time that they would make wrestling history that day. When Paul Ellering was looking to put together a stable of heels in Georgia Championship Wrestling called the Legion of Doom, it was decided to pair Laurinaitis with Hegstrand and change their names to Animal and Hawk, respectively. Thus, the Road Warriors were born. To look more intimidating, the two shaved their heads into mohawks and started wearing studded dog collars, spiked shoulder pads, and face paint. The look and name was taken from Mad Max 2. The Road Warrior, helping to paint the two as No Mercy monsters. Their interview style was vicious, yet charismatic and a bit humorous. Hawk was known for often beginning his promos with his trademark yell of WELLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLLL What ARUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUauduauduauduauduauduauduauduauduauduau power moves, no mercy attitudes, and innovative face paint that would spawn many future imitators in wrestling. In Georgia they won the NWA National Tag Team Championship 4 times before moving on to bigger promotions such as the American Wrestling Association in the US and All Japan Pro Wrestling in Japan, winning tag team titles wherever they went. National Wrestling Alliance. Their hard-hitting style, no-nonsense attitude, and winning ways made the Road Warriors fan favorites wherever they went. Even when they were booked as heels, the fans refused to boo them. They were so in demand that they started to split their time between the R and the National Wrestling Alliance until finally leaving the hour for big money contracts with the NWA and a huge push for the Monster Duo. The move paid off instantly as they won the inaugural Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament and feuded with the top stars of the NWA such as the Four Horsemen and the Russian Team. During their initial run in the NWA they helped popularize the War Games match, the Scaffold match, and the trademark Chicago Street Fight. In 1988 the Road Warriors engaged in a violent feud with the Powers of Pain, the first team that could truly match the Road Warriors in power. The Powers of Pain even went so far as to injure Animal's eye during a weightlifting competition. When Animal returned, he initially wore a hockey goalie mask to protect his eye. The angle abruptly ended when the Powers of Pain left the NWA after finding out they were booked against the Road Warriors in a series of scaffold matches and they did not want to get hurt by falling off the scaffold. Near the end of 1988, The Road Warriors captured the NWA World Tag Team Championship from the Midnight Express, whom they mauled in short order to win the titles in New Orleans. Despite being heels at the time and using brutal tactics against Stan Lane and Beautiful Bobby Eaton, once again they were cheered by the crowd. After being the uncrowned champions for a long time, the Road Warriors' run with the tag team titles was short-lived. Crooked referee Teddy Long used a fast count to cheat the Road Warriors out of their titles. In their last year with the NWA, the Warriors feuded mainly with the Varsity Club, the Samoan SWAT team, and the Skyscrapers before leaving the NWA in the summer of 1990. World Wrestling Federation. The Road Warriors immediately signed with the World Wrestling Federation and were pushed into a feud with Demolition. Due to his health, Axe was replaced by a new member of Demolition, Crush. However, fans did not react as strongly to this new Demolition team as they had to the original configuration, and the feud was considered a disappointment. During the early part of the feud, Lod often teamed with WWF World Heavyweight Champion The Ultimate Warrior in six-man tag matches against all three members of Demolition. Just over a year after signing with the WWF, the Legion of Doom won the WWF World Tag Team titles from the Nasty Boys at SummerSlam 1991 and held them for about 8 months. When they lost the titles in January 1992, they briefly left the WWF, only to return with longtime manager Paul Ellering by their side, as well as a wooden dummy called Rocco, both members of the LOD. When Animal suffered a severe back injury a short while later, everyone thought it was the end of the legendary team. Japan and Independence. Hawk competed as a singles wrestler in Europe and Japan, and although he won nearly every singles match he competed in, he was usually seen as a tag team wrestler. Thus, he always fought either mid-card opponents or made teams with better-known singles stars. When he joined New Japan Pro Wrestling, he was immediately paired with Kensuke Sasaki, then simply known as a good mid-carder, as the Hellraisers. The two dominated NJPW's tag team ranks for a while through their 2 wins of the IWGP Tag Team Championship, but no North American promoter thought about bringing them as a team, due to Sasaki's affiliation with NJPW. As a singles wrestler, Hawk found success in Europe, winning the CWA World Heavyweight Championship. Hawk also competed in NWA Eastern Championship Wrestling, the progenitor of Extreme Championship Wrestling, in 1993. World Championship Wrestling. In August 1993, Hawk made sporadic appearances in World Championship Wrestling as a mystery partner of Dustin Rhodes and later as a replacement partner when Davey Boy Smith left the federation, but nothing permanent ever came of it, and Hawk left after Starrcade in December 1993. In May 1995, he reappeared in WCW. In July 1995, he helped Sting in a feud against Meng and Kurosawa, but a proposed singles feud with Kurosawa fell through due to an arm injury. Hawk returned in January 1996, but this time, he also brought Animal back with him as his back had finally recovered enough for him to return to active competition. During that time, Sting and Lex Luger had won the WCW World Tag Team Championship and the Warriors challenged them, to no success. The rise of the New World Order precluded further challenges, and they headed back to the WWF. Returned to WWF. After leaving WCW, they returned to the WWF, where the Legion of Doom took part in the feud between Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Hart Foundation. Siding with Austin, the Legion of Doom also became 2-time tag team champions on October 7, 1997, when they defeated the Godwins. In November 1997, the Legion of Doom faced the newly formed New Age Outlaws and shockingly lost the titles to the Upstart team. On an episode of Monday Night Raw, LOD challenged D-Generation X in a tag match. During the match, the New Age Outlaws attacked LOD, and shaved off one of Hawk's mohawks, and threw Animal through the announcer's table. After several unsuccessful challenges, the LOD were repackaged as Legion of Doom 2000 with manager Sunny, although she did not stay with the team for long. Controversy during the Attitude Era, in which the WWF moved towards a more adult product. The Legion of Doom was placed into a storyline incorporating Hegstrand's real-life drug addiction and alcoholism, against the wishes of both Hegstrand and Laurinaitis. The storyline found the Legion of Doom crumbling as Hawk repeatedly showed up to matches apparently drunk or under the influence of drugs, and began demonstrating suicidal tendencies. In order to stabilize the team, a third member, Puke, was introduced. This led to the conclusion of the storyline, in which a suicidal Hawk climbed to the top of the Titantron, the giant television monitor erected during episodes of WWF's Monday Night Raw, to show match highlights to fans in attendance. Puke, supposedly attempting to rescue Hawk, climbed after him, only to apparently throw Hawk over the side. Puke then revealed that he had been enabling Hawk's drug addiction in order to kill him and take his place in the Legion of Doom. Being forced to act out Hegstrand's personal demons on screen eventually proved too much for both Hegstrand and Laurinaitis, and both men quit the company shortly after the Puke killed Hawk incident. Post-WWF and independent circuit, while the Road Warriors never officially broke up, Animal started making an increasing number of solo appearances after they left the WWF, as Hegstrand struggled with drug and alcohol addiction and generally did not appear at many wrestling shows during this time. In 2001, Hegstrand was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, a heart condition that stopped him from wrestling for a short while. He was able to overcome its effects and return to a regular working schedule later on. On June 22, 2002, international wrestling superstars, Road Warriors Animal and Hawk defeated the Head Shrinkers for the World Tag Team Championship. That victory also led to Team USA winning the international tournament held in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Laurinaitis and Hegstrand became born-again Christians in 2003 and appeared at a number of Christian wrestling events run by Ted DiBiase and Nikita Koloff, hoping to reignite their tag team career. They also appeared in Total Nonstop Action Wrestling in late 2002 and early 2003 as part of a group that opposed Vince Russo's Faction Sports Entertainment Extreme, but only wrestled one actual match for the Federation. Animal and Hawk made a surprise appearance on Raw on May 12, 2003 when they took on Kane and Rob Van Dam for the World Tag Team Championship. Although Hawk and Animal came up short in their attempt to become three-time champions, it was clear that Hawk had defeated the demons that had once kept him from competing, and the Road Warriors had hopes of returning to WWE. Later in 2003, Hawk made an appearance with the All World Wrestling League, a takeoff of the original Big Time Wrestling that was owned by the original Sheik, who died earlier that year. It was run by the sons of the Sheik, Eddie and Tom Farhat. They decided to book Hawk for an event in Holt, Michigan. That event was the second last time Hawk wrestled. 2 weeks before he died, he wrestled his final match for Ted DiBiase in Oshawa, Ontario against Greg the Hammer Valentine and Marcus Buff Bagwell. Death. Hegstrand died on October 19, 2003 in the early morning in his home in Indian Rocks Beach, Florida. He was 46 years old. His friends said that he and his wife Dale had recently bought a condominium near their current home and were packing their boxes the night before. Hegstrand said that he felt tired and went to take a nap. When his wife checked on him at about 1 a.m., he had died of a sudden heart attack. At the time of his death, Hawk and Animal were working on a book about their careers. Animal returned to WWE in mid-2005 and decided to dedicate his entire run to Hegstrand, including his tag team title victory with Heidenreich at the Great American Bash. On the March 28, 2011 episode of Raw, it was announced that the Road Warriors would be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2011. On April 2, 2011, the night before WrestleMania 27, along with Paul Ellering, were inducted into the Hall of Fame by Dusty Rhodes. Road Warrior Hawk was included, along with his tag team partner, Road Warrior Animal, in the Attitude Era, in the game WWE 13. In wrestling, finishing moves: Flying Clothesline, Hangman's Neckbreaker. Signature moves: Big Boot, Clothesline, Dragon Sleeper, Dropkick, Jumping Fist, Drop, Leaping Shoulder Block, Military Press, Slam, Neckbreaker, Powerbomb, Shoulder Breaker, Spear, Splash, STF, Swinging Neckbreaker, Vertical Suplex. With Road Warrior Animal or Power Warrior Doomsday Device. Manages Paul Ellering. Sunny. Entrance themes: Iron Man by Black Sabbath. Championships and accomplishments: All Japan Pro Wrestling NWA International Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. International Wrestling Superstars IWS World Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. American Wrestling Association Our World Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. Catch Wrestling Association CWA World Heavyweight Championship. Fighting World of Japan Pro Wrestling World Japan Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. Georgia Championship Wrestling NWA National Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. iGeneration Superstars of Wrestling iGeneration Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. Independent Pro Wrestling IPW Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. Jim Crockett Promotions World Championship Wrestling NWA World Six-Man Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal and Dusty Rhodes, and Road Warrior Animal and Genichiro Tenryu. NWA World Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. Iron Team Tournament, with Road Warrior Animal. Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup, with Road Warrior Animal. Mid-Atlantic Wrestling Alliance MAWA Tag Team Championship, with Doug Gibson and Tim Horner. Mid-Eastern Wrestling Federation MEWF Tag Team Championship, with Ultimate Comet. Midwest Territorial Wrestling MTW Tag Team Championship, with Bobo Brazil, Jr. National Wrestling Alliance NWA Hall of Fame. New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP Tag Team Championship, with Power Warrior. Professional Championship Wrestling PWC Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame and Museum. The Four Horsemen PWI ranked him one of the 100 best tag teams of the PWI years, with Road Warrior Animal as the Road Warriors in 2003. PWI ranked him 47 of the top 500 singles wrestlers of the PWI years in 2003. Quebec Wrestling Hall of Fame Class of 2015. Super World of Sports One Night Tag Team Tournament, with Road Warrior Animal. Tokyo Sports Special Foreigner Award, with Road Warrior Animal. World Wrestling Federation WWE WWF Tag Team Championship, with Road Warrior Animal. WWE Hall of Fame. Wrestling Observer Newsletter Rookies of the Year Award, with Road Warrior Animal. Tag Team of the Year, with Road Warrior Animal. Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame.